Paddy Pimblett has broken his silence on his tough loss to Justin Gaethje in the interim lightweight title fight at UFC 324, and he's pointing to repeated eye pokes as a major disadvantage that impacted his performance. In a recent YouTube video where he rewatched the fight, Paddy explained that the eye pokes, including one that went unpunished and led to a big knockdown, messed with his depth perception and vision, making it harder to shoot takedowns or fully recover momentum. He said it changed the whole fight, frustrated him during the rewatch, and left him with scratched corneas and puffy eyes. Paddy believes a point deduction for the fouls could have made it a draw. He's already back training and targeting a summer return to the octagon. To climb back into title contention, Pimblett called out Benoit Saint-Denis, noting BSD jumped ahead in the rankings, and Arman Tsarukyan, saying he wants either one next as a big win to re-establish himself at the top of the lightweight division. With BSD on a roll and Tsarukyan, a top contender who's been vocal against Paddy in the past, these would be high-stakes, grudge-filled matchups. Let's hear what Paddy had to say.
Look at my eye off that poke, lad. When he takes this off my eye, I've just seen how red my eye was, lad. Look at how red my eye is compared to the other eye. That's just off a thumb in the eyeball. And there I'm looking at Paul, but like, at first Paul was on my right hand side and he was talking, and I'm thinking, I can hear Paul, but where is he? And I had to look at him with my left eye to see him. Even Joe Rogan's saying here, they've got the replay, why haven't they taken a point? The eye poke, lad, watching it back burns your head out even more, lad. Obviously I don't want to sound like a sore loser, but that changes the whole fight. I'll be honest, he hurt me after it because he hit me and then started elbowing me, but I come out and easily win the third round now, which is, if any round I shouldn't be winning, it's the third after getting hurt, but I win the third round. So imagine that never happened in the second. See, I'm still wiping my eye there in the third round. And like at this point now where that eye poke has hit me, my depth perception's off. They're shouting for me to get a takedown, but like sometimes he looks far away, sometimes he looks dead close. Landing the jab loads there. Like Din Thomas was right there though, keep me back off the fence, give Din that, lad. Din was right. That was where he had all his success, lad, and me back was against the fence. Yeah, my jab felt boss, lad. Like it wins me this round, I think. Been working on my jab for a couple of years now, lad, and I know I can still improve it.
Michael Bisping is praising Sean Strickland's dominant third-round TKO over Anthony Hernandez in the UFC Houston main event, calling it one of the best performances of Strickland's career and a clear sign he's back as a serious title threat at middleweight. Bisping highlighted how Sean looks sharper than he has in years, sticking to his jab early, controlling distance, and stuffing Fluffy's takedown attempts. On the post-fight call-out of Khamzat Chimaev, Bisping called it perfectly timed and strategic. Strickland went straight for the champ, calling him out as a bully holding up the division with no defense yet, and Bisping agrees the trash talk has real weight because of their old training history. Strickland knows Chimaev's game up close and has been poking at him for months. Even though Imavov has been the clear favorite for the next middleweight title shot for months now, Strickland's big win over Fluffy has completely shifted the narrative. MMA community now sees the UFC potentially skipping Imavov altogether to give Sean the nod instead, especially with the bad blood from their old training days and the ongoing trash talk that would sell the fight on its own. Strickland's momentum is undeniable, and the pressure on Khamzat to defend is mounting fast. Let's hear it from Bisping.
Sean was saying the right thing. He's trying to get that title shot. He's trying to get Khamzat in the ring, and he wants to fight him for the belt. And I'll tell you what, the version that we saw of Sean Strickland last night, that was busier with the power shots. We always know he throws the teeps and he throws the jabs, but last night he was unloading with the right hands a little bit more. The jab opens everything up. The teeps keep the opponents at bay. It stops Fluffy advancing and progressing and getting into the pocket, which is where he wants to be, to land a couple of shots and then to get the takedown. Well, the jabs and the teeps kept him at bay, kept him at range, didn't allow him to get on the inside. And then Sean was moving away. It was a really, really, really good technical performance by Sean Strickland. And if you can't appreciate what you saw, maybe it's just because you haven't spent as much time training as I have.
After Ilia Topuria's aggressive comments on a Georgian YouTube livestream about Sean Strickland were translated into English and spread across social media, the situation escalated fast. In that stream, Topuria warned Strickland to think carefully about the things he says regarding Khamzat Chimaev and people from the Caucasus region. He made it clear that in that part of the world, words like that are taken very seriously, and if they ever cross paths in real life, things could potentially go badly. It wasn't wasn't framed as direct violence, but it was clearly a warning, and fans immediately picked up on the tone. Now, new footage has surfaced showing Sean responding. He went off on Topuria, saying that instead of talking online, Ilia should confront him in person if he has an issue. Strickland turned up the heat in classic fashion, taking his words even further, and even making a personal jab involving Topuria's family, referencing his recent family issues in a way many are already calling out as crossing a line. At this point, what started as a title call-out toward Chimaev has turned into a wider feud involving multiple fighters, cultural tensions, and personal shots. And judging by how both sides are reacting, this doesn't look like it's cooling down anytime soon.
Listen, if you were to see me in person, and come and say that shit to me, I would smack you in the fucking face. I would continue to hit you in the fucking face. This is what I fucking do. I like to hurt people. Don't be shocked at what I did. Be shocked at yourself. As a matter of fact, if you want to run your fucking mouth not on the internet, this is for buddies. Like, we used to hang out back in the day. Like, you should come up to me, do it in person, and bring your fucking kids. So after I smack you in the mouth, they could watch me smack their fucking coward father, and maybe they could learn a lesson and not be a bitch like you. Stay off the internet. Stop running your fucking mouth.
Alex Pereira just called out Ciryl Gane for the White House event. With Tom Aspinall sidelined for months, Pereira is seizing the moment, targeting an interim heavyweight title shot. The fight was leaked yesterday by the MacLife reporter Oscar Willis, confirming UFC plans to book Pereira versus Gane on the Miami card ahead of the White House event. On a recent Portuguese podcast, Pereira said the matchup makes perfect sense. A mega fight at heavyweight. He's moving up for a title, and unless UFC somehow hands him Jon Jones, which is very unlikely, Gane is the obvious contender. With Aspinall out and no clear return date, an interim belt showdown is the natural move, and Pereira is ready to make it happen. However, Alex is making it clear he wants it at the White House event specifically. Adding to the hype, Justin Gaethje will almost certainly be at the White House as well. As the top American star who holds the belt right now, he is likely to unify titles against Ilia Topuria on that card. This event is shaping up to be stacked with multiple championship level matchups across divisions, making it one of the most anticipated UFC cards in recent memory. Alright, let's hear what Pereira had to say.
All I want is a super fight at heavyweight. Let's make the fight with Ciryl Gane. That's the fight I want for heavyweight right now. The timing makes sense. Everything makes sense. It would be perfect at the White House against Gane. That's a mega fight right now. Something big for the fans, for the division. If I go to heavyweight, I must definitely fight for the belt. That's what I want. Unless they make me fight Jon Jones, which is unlikely. If the UFC wants to please me, a fight at heavyweight would really please me, you know? I respect Ciryl. He's a great striker, fast, dangerous. But after what we've seen in the division lately, let's make it happen. Let's make the heavyweight division great again. Step up, Gane. I'm ready. Let's go.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.